Hello and welcome to Stitching with My Kitties, floss tube number 36. I'm Patty Penn and today is 10 August 2025. If you're a new viewer, I hope you like what you see and that you will subscribe and share, like the video, share with all your friends. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back again and again. It really makes me happy. Not a lot going on today here. Yesterday, let me start. I'm a Zoom member of Sampler Guild of the Rockies, and we had a stitch day yesterday. So they asked me if I would moderate the Zoom members, and I think we had about 40 people maybe signed up for Zoom, and I think they had either 73 or 76 stitchers in person. So I would say that's a good success. Membership is closed for this year. It closed at the end of July or the end of June. I don't remember. And we have almost 775 members. The reason for the Sampler Guild of the Rockies is to celebrate samplers and the preservation of samplers. So we had a really good time yesterday. I was kind of tired when it was over. It was 6 hours, 12 noon my time, 10 o'clock mountain time till just after 5:30 here, so almost 6 hours. Last weekend I was supposed to go up to Needlecraft Corner to see Dreama and all my stitchy friends up there in Baltimore. Unfortunately, I was sick. I had a sick headache all weekend, but I'm feeling much better now. However, I did fall on Wednesday and really kind of beat myself up. Remember last floss tube, I had Band-Aids on on my thumb because I dropped my rotary cutter and split it open, and I cut my finger here, my index finger, with scissors. Well, when I fell forward and ended up with some scratches and bad bruises, as you can see. I may have to go separate the boys. Anyway, and I scratched this hand up, but not nearly as bad. And my nose is swollen, and I've covered up as much of the black, blue, and red as I can on my nose. When I have my glasses on, it's not nearly as noticeable. I was really sore through here because when I fell, evidently, because I didn't even know I was falling. You know, sometimes when you're falling, you know what's happening. It was just, I was upright one second and flat on my face the next. So I must have put my hands out to protect myself, but I still hit my nose on the concrete. Luckily, one of my neighbors was out walking their dog, and he saw it happen. He came up to make sure I was okay. He helped me up to my feet and walked me back to the house. I was only a block away from the house because I was finishing up my walk, and it has been gorgeous here this week. I think it was last Monday I actually had to wear a jacket. Friday it was 65, very, very low humidity, no breeze. It was perfect walking weather, and I enjoyed it. It was so nice. So got a walk in all 5 days last week, so that's good. I'm listening to the Stephanie Plum novels. If you like mystery, but really, really funny mysteries, you should read the Stephanie Plum novels by Janet Ivanovich. There's probably 31 now. And start with number 1, which is 1 for the money, and then the second one is 2 for the show. Then once you kind of get the characters, you don't have to go in order because they don't overlap. They don't build on one another. But in the first book, Stephanie's grandmother lives with Stephanie's mom and dad, and she shot up the turkey at the dinner table. Grandma Mazur. And if you you will also learn the character Lula, who has interesting past life, and she has to coordinate everything. She has to coordinate her shoes and her purse and her hair and her clothes. So she's all about coordinating. So it's a great series of books. So I've been, that's what I've been listening to ever since I finished Out of Africa. So yesterday and today, I got to play with my UV resin some more. I am getting better. I've watched a number of different UV resin experts or designers, or I don't know what to call them, but that has really given me some good advice and help, and I'm still loving it. It is just so much fun to see what you get. So let me show you my book of days for August, because I have stitched every day. I haven't written in the book every day, but I got some new stickers and I do like them. And this is just, I'm really enjoying the book of days. I did see not Stacy Nash, I think it's Jeanette, Needlework Press, showed the front cover for 2026, and it's beautiful. If I remember correctly, it's in blues. And hopefully I can keep kitty teeth marks off of the new one. I have other stories about JC May. I almost said Niecy Lynn. Sorry, Niecy, but... So, I have one FO, and this is for my Biscornu class with Jean Farish on the cruise coming up. We depart Vancouver, BC on the 7th of September. So less than, probably about what? There's 31 days in August. So 21 plus 28 days before we sail. And Damon and I are flying up on Thursday, what would that be, the 7th, I think, because we love Vancouver. There's an island that you can go out to, all sorts of beautiful shops in the downtown area. We stay at the Fairmont downtown, and it's in walking distance of a lot of stuff. So just fabulous. And they have 2 resident doggies. The last time we were there, which was I guess about 5 years ago, they had Labradors. And I saw a picture, I don't know how recent it was, but that there were still 2 Labradors that stay at the hotel, and you get to talk to them and give them biscuits. And so I went up to have tea in the little area and took one of the dogs with me last time we were there. But anyway, I digress. Back to my Biscornu finishing class with Jean Farish. I finished the top and the bottom and all the back stitching. So this is the front. Now, I put the back stitching in the color which matches. This is Legacy Linen, 32 count. I put it in and I could not see the stitches. And to make matters worse, it didn't match up. I was off by one little hole. So I went to the back, did the same thing, didn't match up. What's worse is I somehow got off, and look, it's almost right by the stitching. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm not frogging it, and I don't have any more of the Legacy linen. So I don't have any 32 count linen, because remember, I've just recently started stitching on linen. Thank you, Judy, for encouraging me to try linen, and I do like it now. And I have found that these Zweigart based linens are very, very nice. So what I think I'm gonna do is, when I go to put all this stuff away back up in my sewing room upstairs, I'm gonna cut 2 pieces. I have some 32 count even weave. And if I have time and the mood strikes me, I will restitch the front and the back. If not, it's just, it is what it is. So, but the whole concept is to learn how to do the, I call it a mattress finish, but how to complete it. And I'm really looking forward to the class, and I think it'll be okay. I got a lot of happy mail this week, or the past 2 weeks. I'm taking a class with Karen of Fox and Rabbit. I know I've told you before, and it's the needle book class. And this is the needle book, and we're to finish all of the stitching before we get on board, and then we're going to complete it. And she sent all of the finishing supplies, and it didn't make it down here with me, and I don't remember seeing it upstairs. It has to be upstairs. So yeah, I'll find it. I know I didn't do anything with it. So but this polar ice, or polar blue linen is 32 count, is beautiful. So I decided yesterday I have to have a new stitchy bag, you know, a project bag. I have to have a project bag to go with the linen. Well, I only have a real tiny start, and I'm sorry about the floss, but that's my start. But that's a good color. That's a good, it's coming through pretty true. And I just think it's beautiful. So I made me a project bag, quilted it, just line quilted, made me a scissor fob. Let me see, is that the right way or the wrong way? Here, made a scissor fob to go with it. Hello, Daisy May. I'm gonna tell on you in just a few minutes. Then, of course, I had to have an ort tray and my floss bed. And I had a really tough time getting the snaps in place because of the injury to my hand. But I only had to do 5 sets, 4 for the ort tray and this. So I made that. And then this morning, you know, everything has to coordinate, like Lula. It has to coordinate. So I needed a stitchy box. So this afternoon, hence this is why I am filming a little later, because I had to make a stitchy box. So I made a small one, but it's, I don't know if it's not really, there you can kind of see, it's kind of glittery. So I had enough things in my stitchy box supplies to put one together. I don't know why that won't stay. And I have 3 frogs in here, trying to ward off having to frog again. Here, can you see them? Yeah, they're turned backwards. Maybe I should turn them backwards so that they're not looking at me, which means then I won't have to frog anymore. So, and of course my little sponge with water. So this has been fun, and I made, oops, my hot glue. Here's my scissor fob with little snowflakes in it, and my floss ring. I haven't transferred the flosses over. I'll do that this afternoon. So I just love this set. I think it is adorable. So let me set this stuff out of the way. And let's see what's next. So yesterday, as I mentioned, was Sampler Guild of the Rockies Stitch Day. And it was Blackbird Stitch Day. And we had a scissor fob using any Blackbird motifs. So LaDawn and I swapped fobs. This is the one that I got from her. Those are my colors. Are they beautiful or what? And then she put my initial on the back. And then see the little button? She sent me 4 additional little buttons. Her son has an Etsy shop where he sells these wooden embellishments. Let me show you what she sent. A star, a pumpkin, and it's adorable. Is that cute or what? A Christmas tree, and best of all, a bee. So I will link her son's Etsy in the show notes. It's called Laser Etch, Laseretch. And I meant to look it up before I jumped on, and of course I forgot. But these little buttons are adorable. So LaDawn, thank you so much. It is beautiful. I could have not have picked or chosen a better fob. So thank you. Then we also got from Alma of Blackbird Designs. She made us an exclusive pattern for our stitch. She's actually a member of the guild, and she was there yesterday. So here it is, and I've got to stitch it. It's awaiting autumn. Oops, sorry, that glare is really bad. The colors, I mean, you know what a pink person I am. And then look at the scissor fob. And I wrote down, and I put it in the trash just a little bit ago. I wrote down the name of this chart because I would like to stitch it too. I think that's beautiful. So, and Socks for Mom, Becky, actually made the fobs for everybody in the guild. So Becky, you could not have chosen a better one for me. So thank you. Then I also got Happy Mail. Our swag box came in for the cruise. Now I left several other things upstairs, but I did bring down, this is the sampler for the cruise. And it's charted with Cosmo. And I think those colors are gorgeous. So I don't know, and we got the linen also. I don't know if I can tell what linen that is. If I think about it, I'll write it in the show notes. I don't think it is the color linen. It looks a little darker, but it's beautiful. If it is the same, I could probably restitch this Gornu top and bottom and then just replace it for the sampler, because I'm not going to start the sampler anytime soon. That's the thought. And then we got this cute little Notions bag. And we got well, it's not an Ort tray. It was but it's made like an Ort tray, but it's probably like 10 by 10. And it was faux leather with all like Juneau, Mendenhall Glacier, Hubble Glacier, all the stops that we're gonna make. And so that was nice. And then Jean offered a pack of matching floss drops if anyone wanted them. So I asked her to send me a set so that I can put my Cosmo flosses on my new floss drops so that they will all coordinate. That's the word, coordinate. Then I also got Fox and Rabbit offered a chart, Isabella Milne, 1838. So I got that also. That house is gonna be wow. But I love it. And the colors are DMC and Classic Colorworks. So we got all of the flosses and we got the linen. And I got 40 count. This is Paper Bark by Fox and Rabbit. So this should be a lot of fun to work on. But again, it's gonna be a little while. But I like having it all kitted because we were talking yesterday, Judith, I don't remember Judith's last name, but Hobby House is her LMS. It's like 20 minutes from where she lives. But I also got another hint yesterday, and I forgot to show this when I was showing my project bag and my floss bed. Cindy is not only a very accomplished cross stitcher, but she also is a quilter, and she even does her own long arm quilting. So she told us that when she put the binding on, she doesn't stitch it by hand. She puts the binding on the back of the project and then uses a decorative stitch to stitch it all the way around. So I tried it on this, and as you can see, I needed to change where my needle went, but that's okay. This is for me. Nobody's gonna know that that's not, I mean, it's decorative. It's fine. But I stitched right along against the turn of the fabric, or the turn of the fabric. So that's okay. But I did, I think, do a little better with the project bag. Now you can't even really see it. I guess you can see some of it because I went right along this edge, but the back looks, you don't really see it at all. So Cindy, thank you so much for that suggestion, because I never would have thought about that. And I really didn't like, because I used to just stitch in the ditch, and sometimes I would have quite a wide margin where the binding wasn't as tight. So yay, I like it. So I'm gonna experiment, and like everything, you have to learn how to set your machine and where to sew and all that. So that is all the Happy Mail. We have 2 new sales coming up. Well, actually 3, because you know we're doing a cat and a cardinal starting December the 1st with Christy from Happiness is Heartmade. But Christy, Salty Stitcher Designs, wanted us to do Freak for the Beat by Boomerang Stitches. So she asked Niecy, Lynn, and I, and Christy will host the SAL. Here is the chart. Now, I'm gonna have to blow this up and redraw where we stitch. We're gonna put this over 12 months. I only have 11 spaces, so that gives you an extra month. I don't know when we're gonna start this yet. I need to talk to Christy and Niecy. But look at those colors. They're all DMC, and look at those birds. They're amazing. I mean, look at this little guy here. Just so cute. So that is hashtag Freak for the Beak Sal. And we will post when we will start it. I will blow this up and try to make it so it's a little easier to figure out where you're gonna stitch each month. And you know, a sow's a sow. If you don't want to stitch that way, you don't have to. Just start it with us. Then Dottie, Stitch and Scotty, and Niecy Lynn and I are doing the 1776 Liberty Eagle. This is by Screen Door Needleworks. And I decided, I love this chart so much, I decided to get the silk conversion from the Attic. Now, the Attic, they stitched their model, I want to say on 56. It may have been 46. I'm going to get 40. I just asked them to send me the linen and the silks. But we're going to start this on Monday, 15 September. And there's no set time or anything, but I think this is going to be so much fun. And there are a few little Quakers that Niecy Lynn's going to have to struggle with. Now, when I'm doing a Quaker, I'm doing steps. So I'm either going up the steps or down the steps. And so that's in my mind how I do Quaker motifs. So that's Dottie, Niecy Lynn, and I, and that's the hashtag 1776 Liberty Eagle. You can get the pattern, either paper copy or PDF, from Screen Door Needle Arts, or you can get the complete kit from the Attic in Arizona, and it is kitted in overdyes. So I just, you know, I feel like that is a beautiful chart, and that's why I want to do it in silks. I won't do everything in silks, obviously. So last time I was talking about Southern Yankee Stitcher, and I could not remember Olivia's name. And Dottie left me a message and said, I was shouting it out to you, it's Olivia. So Olivia, I'm sorry I couldn't remember your name, but I will link her floss tube videos below. She is so funny. She is great to be around. And I have some whips. Now remember, I consider myself a monogamous stitcher until Niecy Lynn came along. And then Judy piled up. I have 7 whips. This is 324 by Works by ABC. And I started this, whoops, I'm dropping everything under here. Hold on. Bear with me. Let me get my papers out. There was a sale that started on March the 24th, 324, and you were to do a motif a day. And I kept up for a few weeks, and then I don't remember what happened. But anyway, so I need to get back to this, but I've got to finish 3 things before I do. I have to finish my needle book for the cruise. And then if I'm in the mood, I need to restitch the Biscornu front and back. And I need to finish Jessie Challenor before I go on to anything else, because I really want to take Jessie, my We the People by Salty Stitcher Designs, and my Autumn Quaker by Rosewood Manor to the framers. So that's my goal, and then I will go back and start figuring out what else is going on. This is Maya Angelou's Butterflies, and I'm stitching it on 36 count butterfly damask from Fabric Flare. I think I'm going to go and pull out some of this purple that doesn't coordinate with the other purple That's not very much. So I was trying different colors to kind of coordinate. And so I don't like that sort of bluish purple. So I'm going to pull that out. It won't take but a few minutes to pull that one out. Then yesterday, I started a blackbird. Since we were doing the blackbird retreat or stitch day. So this is from a blackbird book, and this is actually the front of a needle book. I don't want to make the needle book. I want to make this into a pillow. And I also didn't like the Schenectady color for the border. So I changed mine to deep sea, which is in the flower and the flag. I'm stitching this on 40 count, be stitch me, linen, one more reproduction. And it's beautiful. I've started the house. So I think it will be a lot of fun. I'm not going to necessarily, this isn't one of my 13 for the 250th sal that I'm doing with Nancy and Nancy. This is just, I wanted to start it because it was a blackbird. And I don't have any blackbirds, I don't think. But one of my 13 for the 250th is Little Robin Designs, Little Liberties. I'm doing this one first, and so I worked on that some more. And I'm pleased with how it's coming along. And I'm using a classic color work and a Weeks. And the needle book that I'm gonna make into a pillow, that's all Weeks dye works. So, and I've got two more sals. I know I've shown this before. This is Cloister Garden. It's the Mystery Sal from Fox and Rabbit. I'm stitching this on 40 count Verdal by Zweigart. And this is a Cotton Gardens thread, and it's Forget-Me-Not. And I love the variegation. I put this down and I am several months behind. But if you want to join along, they release part of the pattern every month for 12 months. It's free to download through December the 31st of this year. Then it will go into their patterns and you can purchase it. So I am really loving this. It's just gonna be gorgeous. But it did get dirty in Africa, because this is what I worked on in Africa and on the plane ride over and back. And I think I told you, I watched Jean Parrish's floss tube where she washes her fabrics. And she washes them numerous times during the project. I still haven't washed that one. I'm still a little nervous. I'll probably take it with me and get her to walk me through it. And then of course, here's my Jessie. The reverse side, or the brights, Jessie Challenor. Just beautiful. I can't wait to finish this. My goal was to have it finished by the end of July, but then I got sidetracked with the Biscornu and that whole thing. So stay tuned. Maybe by the end of September, I hope. I have just a little bit of haul, just a little bit. I am in the Flamingo Toes Needle Minder of the Month through Crazy Annie's, and you can look up Crazy Annie's on Facebook. And this month was booked for a nap. I can't show you the stitching because it's just the pattern or the chart. This is the needle minder this month. Is that cute or what? And then here's the you get an embroidery too, so you might can tell a little more with that. that I think is so cute. And the colors are beautiful. All DMC, just gorgeous colors. So I would really like to get this started fairly soon. Then, of course, Christina from Siggy's Closet had new stuff up. So I had to get a fall scissor fob or a zipper pull, whichever you want to call it. The little button at the bottom. This is so pretty. And then a bee pin. It goes in my bee box. Then I also got some floss drops and a bee tin. And these are all Artiste, which is, I think, maybe a Hobby Lobby brand. That's cute. That'll go in a bee box. And then some scissor points protectors. These and bee skeps. And this is from Yarnology. Again, I think that's a Hobby Lobby. So thank you, Christina, for making beautiful things and making me spend my money with you. I got 2 pieces of fabric from Fabric Flair. They had a new bee one, I have only, this is the first time I've seen it. I got 32 count, a 36 count even weave, and then there's the bottom. So I don't know what I'll do with it, but it's so pretty. And then for my 1776 legal Liberty Eagle, I forgot that I had ordered this, and it's 36 count even weave. What is it? Declaration on parchment. Declaration of Independence. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and stitch it on this, and I'll just put the linen that I ordered from the attic in my stash. I had these in my cart and out of my cart for quite a while on Amazon, but they're just little acrylic floss drops, and I just think they are so pretty. So I finally ordered them, or left them in my cart. Niecy Lynn and I both signed up for Mystic Fabrics Fabric of the Month Club, and we got our first shipment. It might have come in Thursday night, because I called Niecy and she had to run out to the post office, to her mailbox to make sure hers had gotten there, and hers got there at the same time. So I got 46 count. This is matcha or matcha. And I just get a fat quarter, 46 count linen, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So that is pretty. And then I didn't realize I had signed up for the neutral and the colorful. So I got the neutral, which is unusual. And this is what Niecy got. She got 40 count, I think she said. So I probably won't stay with 46 count. I might mix it up if Missy will let me. But those are just beautiful. And I'm just so happy because we saw her at Stitch Con Weekend B. And Niecy had actually talked to her last year because her linens are supposed to be color fast. And she showed Niecy last year and there was no bleeding or running. Hello, Daisy May. Oh, I don't think I told you the story. Remember my cute little scissor fob that LaDawn sent as the scissor fob exchange for Blackbird? She's opening the pantry door. I had it on the dining room table. When I came down to set up to film, it was nowhere to be found. Little Miss Thief stole it. I looked everywhere. She's playing with the mouse now. I looked everywhere. When I sat down to do the final, stack my different stacks so I could easily move from one stack to the next, she and Duke were playing with my fob. I grabbed it and rescued it. Daisy May. I don't know what I'm gonna do with her. Just love her. She's just too cute. So, we had 2 shares that were claimed last time from Floss Tube, what was that, 35. The Lovebird Bouquet goes to Glenda, I think it's Mitroff, 2321. Lovebird Bouquet goes to, whoops. Glenda Mitroff, 2321. If you will either email me, I will link my email below, or message me at pattypen4 on Instagram. Give me your mailing address and I'll get it into the mail to you. Then you belong to Meow. It's just too cute. That goes to Sharon Williams, 6787. Sharon Williams, 6787. And for this week, because this was not claimed, this is Shannon's Garden Square. And I love those colors. And since that's a square, you could probably make that into a biscornu also. And so the keyword will be garden. Keyword garden, Garden. Oh, I have one more piece of haul. Where Love Resides by Leela's Studio. Isn't that gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous. And I don't really enjoy stitching people on my samplers, but it's just one lady, so that'll be okay. And so that's everything for this week. I hope you guys have a wonderful 2 weeks. That's Daisy May that you're hearing galloping. She's playing with her mouse. And we have hardwood floors. So it scoots around real fast. So now Duke's gonna go take the mouse from her. Anyway, next Floss Tube will be Sunday, 24 August, 2025. I hope you have a great 2 weeks. Please don't forget to like the video. Comment, please. I love reading your comments and responding. Tell your friends. I would love to grow my channel audience. And don't forget to use the keywords garden if you would like a chance for the share of Shannon's Garden Square. So don't forget. And I will link Happiness is Heartmade below also. Have a great 2 weeks. See you on the 24th. Bye.